Episode 34, Mutual Affection. The Most Beautiful Princess. Does this mean we've confirmed our cooperation? Ningxi was still a bit puzzled. I believe in you, and you're interested in Shengshi. With mutual affection, is there a problem? Lu Tingxiao countered. Mutual affection? The choice of words. Ningxi felt that she couldn't deceive Lu Tingxiao. So, she asked very seriously, don't you need to reconsider? I think I'm quite good at causing trouble. What if I cause you problems in the future? If you can handle everything, why would you need an agency? That's the purpose of my existence, Lu Tingxiao said. Oh. Ningxi touched her nose. In any case, she had realized that although the great demon king was usually quiet, when he spoke, every word was profound. She couldn't argue with him. After careful consideration, considering that she was unfairly accused by Starlight twice, it was reasonable for her to request termination. She wouldn't leave any loopholes, and now that she had settled the breach of contract fee and could clear her name, she shouldn't cause any trouble for Lu Tingxiao. Thinking about this, she finally felt relieved. Lord Boss, to repay your kindness, I will work hard to make money for you in the future. I won't let you down. Ningxi immediately expressed her sincere gratitude to her boss. At least, she had confidence in her abilities. Lu Tingxiao's lips curled slightly. Yes, I look forward to it. At this moment, Ningxi's phone suddenly rang. The caller ID showed King of Demons. Jiong had called her many times before, but she had been too busy with various things and had fallen ill suddenly, so she hadn't had a chance to call him back. Ningxi didn't avoid Lu Tingxiao. She directly answered, Hello, Jiong. Before she could say anything, a roar that almost burst her eardrums came from the other end of the phone. Ningxiao, where the hell are you gallivanting? Do you know you've been blackened to the point of being sh*t? He had gone to her house once, only to be told by the butler that she wasn't there, and Lu Tingxiao wasn't either. It happened to be her birthday that day, and the two of them disappeared at the same time. How could he not think more about it? Ningxi speechlessly pulled her ear. What gallivanting? I'm freaking hospitalized. Jiong was momentarily stunned at her response, and his voice suddenly became nervous. What? Hospitalized? What happened to you? Were you beaten? What about you being beaten? I just had a fever. Ningxi rolled her eyes. In which hospital are you? I'll come see you. No need, you're so busy. Focus on your family matters first. My fever has gone down, and Lu Tingxiao is here. Little treasure will come over later. There was silence on the other end of the phone for a few seconds, and then Jiong tone became gloomy. Ningxi, have you seen the email I sent you? Not yet, I haven't had time. I've been overwhelmed with things since the day before yesterday. In any case, it's a long story. I'll tell you when I have time. Jiong took a deep breath. You must read it as soon as possible. Also, what do you plan to do about Ning Xuelua's matter? I originally planned to help you find that bastard Zhang Chong. However, when I sent someone to intercept him, the person had already vanished. You belong to Starlight, and I can't use my studio's public relations team. So, after discussing with Ming Ge, I privately contacted a reliable public relations team for you. Thank you, Jiong Mai. But there's no need. I've obtained evidence to clear my name. Is it Lu Tingxiao again? Jiong Mai gritted his teeth. I got it myself, okay? But Lu Tingxiao did help me later. Got it. As long as you're fine, I'll hang up. Remember to check my email. Considering that she was still sick, Jiong Mai suppressed his anger, and he didn't have the mood to ask about the Hero Saving Beauty episode with Lu Tingxiao. He hung up the phone with a stern tone. Damn it. If it weren't for Lu Tingxiao using despicable means to hold him back, he should be the one accompanying her right now, helping her through this difficult time. So shameless. Was it a call from Jiong Mai? Lu Tingxiao casually asked. Yeah, asking if I needed help. He also mentioned sending me an email, but I don't know what it is. He keeps reminding me to check it, probably some mysterious birthday gift to prank me. He did the same last year, sending me some horrifying prank video. I was so angry that it took me 3 meals to calm down. Ningxi complained without holding back, not in a hurry to check the email. Instead, she continued to browse through text messages and missed calls, looking for other people who might need a reply. Most of the missed calls were from unknown numbers, probably from the media. When she reached the end, she found a name from the day of her birthday. Seeing those 2 characters, Ningxi's indifferent expression turned warm and gentle. I thought he forgot my birthday. Who? Lu Tingxiao subconsciously tensed his nerves. My younger brother, Tang Nua. Lu Tingxiao nodded, secretly relieved. He thought it was another ex-boyfriend, and he was almost on high alert. Ningxi immediately called him back. Hey, little Nua. Sis, you finally answered my call. How are you now? Are you okay? I saw the news in the newspaper. Don't worry, I'm fine. But I saw that woman is going to sue you. I can handle it. In the end, who sues whom is still uncertain. Are you really okay? Really fine. If you keep worrying like this, I'll suspect you're not 17 but 70. Ningxi paused for a moment, then said, but, do you really believe me? What if I'm crazy and intentionally stabbed Ning Xuelua to get the position? The voice of the boy on the other end was clear. My own sister doesn't believe, so why would I believe someone unrelated? This remark made Ningxi feel a warm flow spreading in her heart. You little rascal, I'll count this as you knowing how to talk. I'm relieved knowing you're fine. By the way, I haven't wished you a happy birthday yet, even though it's already passed. It's okay, you can still say it now. Thank you, my dear and handsome brother. Enough with the cheesy stuff. I won't talk to you anymore. I have to finish my summer homework before school starts. Go ahead. Good luck with your homework, young man. After the call, Ningxi's mood suddenly brightened. Seeing her in a good mood, Lu Tingxiao's mood also improved significantly. You and your brother have a good relationship? Yeah. Although we're not related by blood, we've always had a good relationship. When we were kids, my grandma favored boys over girls. At that time, there was only little Nua who could eat delicious food at home. I couldn't even sit at the table. But every time he would hide some for me. Also, whenever my grandma couldn't stand me and picked on me, he would come out to defend me. He's so obedient. Ningxi spoke with a touch of nostalgia. Isn't it amazing? The person you're not related to by blood is like an enemy, while someone unrelated becomes family. I should have understood earlier that in that circle, interests always prevail over family ties. Lu Tingxiao gently patted the girl's downcast head and cute little bun. You will get something better. Every time he heard her talk about her childhood, he couldn't help but love her a little more, and make up for everything she had lost. After checking the call records, Ningxi continued to read her messages. When she came across one, she paused for a moment. Dear, I underestimated your courage. Zenda, YS. What did this guy mean by sending her such a sentence out of the blue? What did she do? Since Lu Tingxiao had deleted the call records, Ningxi naturally didn't know that there had been a conversation between the two men that night. What's wrong? Lu Tingxiao asked when he saw her expression. Nothing. Thinking that the person was just being neurotic again, Ningxi ignored it and directly put down her phone, then asked, when is little Bun coming? He should be here soon. After hearing this, Ningxi subconsciously touched her head. Where's the hairpin little Bun gave me? Here, I put it away for you. Lu Tingxiao opened the bedside drawer and handed her the pink hairpin. Ningxi happily put it on. Seeing the hairpin on Ningxi's head, Lu Tingxiao felt a hint of regret. If he had known, he wouldn't have given her a gun. If he had given her a necklace, bracelet, or earrings, she could wear them close to her body. In fact, he had prepared a gift, a ring. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't right. As the two were talking, there was a knock on the door. Ningxi immediately climbed down from the bed to open the door, and indeed, little Bun had arrived. Darling, you're here. Once little Bun entered, he didn't do anything else. He urgently tugged on her clothes as if he wanted her to lower herself. What's wrong? Ningxi squatted down naturally. Little Bun immediately knocked his little head against her forehead, looking serious. Ningxi couldn't help but burst into laughter. Pfft, is my little darling checking my temperature? Rest assured, I just used the thermometer, and I've already recovered from the fever. Little Bun still looked worried, staring at the bruise left on her hand after the intravenous drip. Ningxi hugged the little guy and comforted him with a pat. Don't frown like that. Auntie feels much better as soon as she sees you. A truly healing artifact. She really wanted to kidnap him home. Do you want to take a walk downstairs? Lu Tingxiao suggested. Sure. Since she had been lying down for a day, she wanted to move around a bit. It wasn't good for little Bun to stay in the hospital room all the time. As the three of them walked towards the elevator, they passed by a ward. Outside the ward, a group of reporters gathered, armed with all kinds of cameras and microphones, eagerly trying to interview the woman inside. Snow, have you been in contact with Ningxi now? Not yet, still no news from her. Ningxi is avoiding arrest. Do you have anything to say about this? What are your plans next? I don't know. I still can't believe she would do such a thing. I heard that Ning International and Starlight Entertainment have both withdrawn their investments in protest. Is that true? Has the crew responded? Will Ningxi be replaced? I'm not sure about that. You can go ask the person in charge of the crew. If Ningxi appears and apologizes to you, will you forgive her? If she sincerely repents, I, as an individual, can forgive her momentary confusion. However, the negative impact she has caused to the entertainment industry cannot be solved by an apology. It's not up to me to forgive. Ningxi unexpectedly witnessed a dramatic performance by Ning Xuelua, playing the role of a white lotus flower. Unable to hold back a raised eyebrow, she only just realized that she and Ning Xuelua were staying in the same hospital and on the same floor. At this moment, the reporters suddenly noticed Ningxi's presence and exclaimed, Ningxi. Ningxi? Where? Ningxi is here? Can she really dare to show up? Over there, over there. For a moment, all the reporters turned their attention, raising their cameras and microphones, ready to capture the news. Ningxi frowned. Her first reaction was to protect little Bun, not to let him be frightened. She didn't mind for herself. However, before she could reach for little Bun, her head was suddenly pressed into warm arms by a large hand. Meanwhile, little Bun's small hand was tightly holding hers, seemingly comforting her not to be afraid. As for the reporters, they all stopped their footsteps 10 steps away. Two tall men in black, wearing sunglasses, appeared seemingly out of nowhere, their expressions fierce. Like doormen, they blocked the way. Hey, who are you guys? Get out of the way. Good dogs don't block the road. One reporter, eager to grab the headline and red-eyed, blurted out without thinking. But someone in the crowd was clever. They grabbed the person who spoke and looked at them with fear, as if they had seen something extremely terrifying. Are you crazy? Those are the bodyguards of the Liu family. Liu's? Are you talking about that Liu family? Nonsense. How many Liu families are there in Beijing? But how do you know? Their faces aren't engraved with words. Are you an idiot? Haven't you seen the family crest on their clothes? Reminded like this, everyone took 3 steps back. Even those who had a bad attitude just now apologized repeatedly, their faces full of fear. Two big brothers, I'm sorry. We were blind. Please don't hold it against us. My God. Are these 2 Liu family's private bodyguards? What about the 3 people behind them? Reporters cautiously peeked over to see what was going on. However, as soon as their gazes carefully extended, they were all scared pale and quickly withdrew. The man who was holding the girl in his arms was tall and had a cold expression, like a god. His eyes were too sharp, and his aura was too intimidating. Reporters with some experience could sense that this man was not someone to be trifled with. At the same time, they calmed down and realized that something was wrong. What Ningxi? You must be mistaken. They are a family of 3. How could that woman possibly be Ningxi? Yes. Are you trying to go crazy for a headline? Everyone looks like Ningxi to you. This person looks difficult to deal with. Do you want to get us killed? Reporters began to complain about the person who had spoken first. Maybe I was mistaken, but she really looks a bit like her. You guys also mistook her at first. Like what? That Ningxi is a venomous and wicked woman, but this lady is clearly a virtuous wife and mother, with a noble and elegant temperament. How could she be the same person? Yes. So cute and charming. How could she be that wicked woman Ningxi? At this moment, the elevator made a ding sound, indicating its arrival. Until the 3 had disappeared into the elevator, the reporters were still sighing on the spot. Oh, did you notice the little boy just now? He's so beautiful. And he looks exactly like that man, as if they were carved from the same mold. It's clear they're related by blood. What kind of person is that man from the Liu family? His aura is really terrifying. I always feel that the man looks familiar. Why do I feel like he looks a bit like the god of wealth? Don't say that. It does look a bit like him. That little boy. Could he be the rumored young master? This speculation immediately stirred up 1,000 waves. How is that possible? Liu Tingxiao is single, okay? Although he has a son, there's definitely no woman around him. If it really is him, that would be big news. But so what? Are you daring enough to break it? Have you forgotten how Vio magazine went down years ago? Of course, I remember because they sneaked a photo of Lu Tingxiao and dared to print and distribute it. At this point, everyone quickly stopped their thoughts. Those who had taken pictures also trembled as they began to delete the photos. Lu Tingxiao is known for being low-key in the industry, not accepting any interviews from magazine media. The little prince is even more protected from any exposure. Even if today's events were related to that woman's identity, no media dared to touch this deadly line. Inside the elevator, Ningxi lifted her head from Lu Tingxiao's embrace and looked at Big Bun, then at Little Bun, feeling a mix of emotions. So, this is what it feels like to be protected. Are you still okay? I can change the hospital for you. Lu Tingxiao's expression was still a bit gloomy. He had only just discovered this unpleasant coincidence when he rushed over. No need to trouble yourself. I'm really fine now. How about we go home? I actually hate staying in the hospital. Alright. By the way, where did those 2 bodyguards come from? Ningxi asked suspiciously. They've been nearby. Given your current situation, it's better to have them follow, just in case. Like the incident where she was attacked by fans and injured, he wouldn't allow a second occurrence. I still haven't officially signed with Shengshi yet. Do I get these benefits? Ningxi was pleasantly surprised. After saying this, she suddenly saw herself in the mirror of the elevator door. Ningxi touched her face. Were those reporters blind? I was standing right in front of them, and they still didn't recognize me. They were saying, I'm a virtuous wife and mother, I'm fresh and refined, I'm a cute girl. Clearly, a setting like the evil queen from Snow White or the wolf grandmother from Little Red Riding Hood would be more suitable for me, right? She continued talking while observing herself in the mirror. Then she realized, at the moment, she had no makeup on, was wearing loose hospital clothes, and her hair was casually tied into a loose twisted braid at the back. She had Little Bun's pink hairpin clipped on one side of her head, and her expression was gentle and serene. Damn. It really looks quite cute. Ningxi was surprised by her own appearance. Was she always like this in front of Big Bun and Little Bun? It didn't seem like her at all. At this moment, having listened to Ningxi's words, Little Bun suddenly took out a pocket-sized notebook he had brought with him and wrote on it for quite a while. Then he eagerly handed it to her. What does my baby want to say? Ningxi took the small notebook. After reading it, her face turned red. What's wrong? Seeing Ningxi's strange expression, Lu Tingxiao asked. Ningxi covered her burning cheeks and complained, blame it on you, Lu Tingxiao. Look at your son. What's going on? Lu Tingxiao was innocently being blamed, so he went to see what Little Bun had written. After reading it, he fell silent. In the small notebook, it was written with great care. You are the brightest star in the sky. Your eyes are chocolate, warm, and sweet. When I look at you, it's like seeing the princess with eternal beauty in a fairy tale.